Hi everyone, today I have a special video for you, and as you can see walking this beautiful morning in Vancouver, you can see Science World. And what I wanted to do today is a special video because I noticed on May 13 it's gonna be my second anniversary from my move from Montreal to Vancouver. And because I don't want to be late to the office, so I want to bring you with me on my morning walk to my office, and I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna try to also give you some tips and tricks on how to plan this kind of move and the reason why I moved to Vancouver, what I love about Vancouver. But you can apply all those tips and tricks and information for any type of move, like if you're moving from a different state or a different province or a different country. So let's check it out right now. This is it. So this is the view this morning. Kind of like pretty pink and nice. So my last time I'll see that view. Right now it's kind of like 5:15 in the morning, and I'm waiting for my Theo taxi to drive me to the airport. So this is it, the big morning. Hi, my name is Steve, aka YVR Cub, and welcome to my channel, a channel all about music, movies, video game, vlogging. And if it's your first time on this channel, welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you may be aware of all the other video, especially with the bell, so you get a notification every time there's a cool video like this one. You don't want to miss anything. And let's jump right into my vlog for today. So a lot of people are asking me, why did I move to Vancouver? That's a pretty good question, because probably 10 years ago what I did is I went to Seattle for the first time with some friends, and I really loved the city. I loved the way the city was like built, was close to the nature, water, the mountain, all that kind of stuff, and I really love it. So 5 years ago for my work, I had the possibility to come to Vancouver for a business trip, and I felt the same thing. But the good thing is it was in Canada, so I was able to move here if I wanted to. But I was I was not thinking about moving back then, but it was just like, you know, as a running gag. And I've been traveling to Vancouver for the last 5 years, maybe twice a year. And every time I've been traveling for work, I was always able to spend time in Vancouver and enjoy the city. And also was always a running gag about, like, you know, why not moving to Vancouver? But you know, it's a big move. Moving from Montreal to Vancouver, it's a big move. And I was not ready back then. And then what happened is probably 2 years ago, like in January, I came here for work again. And when I got back to Montreal, I was like, that was it. I think the stars were aligned. I was like, if I need to do it, this is the perfect timing to do it, and let's do it. So let's make all the arrangement. I had like all my lease, contract, whatever, were getting expired like around like June, July time frame. So the timing was perfect to work on the idea. And if the idea was working, well, let's move it. And if it's not, let's move on. What do you do when you want to plan this kind of move? Because it's kind of like moving from one side of the country to the other side. And this applies like if you're moving from a different state to a different city, like very far, and it's a big move. Like Canada, it's a big country. My first tip I would give you is see it as a big project, like for work. So you're the project manager of this project, and the project is your move. So it's a very important way to see it like that. And build some spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is your key. There's many tools online you can use, like there's Trello, is free, but a spreadsheet I think is the key in this case. The reason why I'm saying spreadsheet is because you want to have like in one place all your expenses, your budget, your deadline, your time frames, and your information. Another tip I can give you, it's very useful to go on the government website. Like an example, I was moving from Quebec province to BC, and I went on the BC province government, and I was able to find a lot of information, and there was a whole section about like moving to BC if you are from Canada or if you are in the same province, and with all that kind of information, what to do when you need to when you're getting there, because you know you get your addresses, you get your health card, you get your driver's license, all you get information, and in one place I was able to gather all the information, the different links. So what do you do with your stuff? Yeah, that's a very big important question, the movers, because when you move from one place to the other place, it's very important to select like movers that you have trust in it and them. And there's so many like bad story online, and oh, I see people doing kayak. Ooh, lovely. So that's one of the beauty of Vancouver. So when you select movers, you can go online and you're gonna hear a lot of bad stories. So it's very hard to pick like which one you can trust, especially for a long distant move. So to get your stuff from one place to the other, it will take between 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the movers. And it's gonna be moved with big trucks. So when you select that, you need to always keep in mind that, do I want my stuff right away when I'm in destination, or do I want my stuff as long as I can in my previous place? So this is a pretty cool tip I'm gonna give you, is like, try as much as you can to sell stuff. And the reason why I'm saying this, it's because when you pay movers to move your stuff across the country, it goes by weight. So heavier your stuff is, the more expensive it is. So what I would strongly recommend is try to sell as much as you can. And for me, what I decided to do, and I was pretty lucky for that part, because I was lucky to be able to leave a lot of stuff behind, like all my bed, I had a desk, all my kitchen stuff were I was able to leave my stuff behind and sell them to the future person who's going to be in my apartment, was going to be in my apartment, and the rest, clothing, living room, TV, all that kind of stuff, I was like, I'm gonna pack all that kind of stuff and it's gonna go directly to destination. So because I knew that, I was able to organize my move 3 weeks before my moving date, so my stuff was shipped in Vancouver like prior to my move, and I was planned to arrive on the 13th, and I think on the 14th or 15th my stuff was delivered to my place. So that's how I was able to manage that, and I think that's the best way. It was much more less expensive on my move fees as well, because it was not heavy. Other tip about movers, because of course you're gonna try to find like the cheapest one, and it's kind of nice to find like a balance between price and also quality and horror stories. I'm gonna try to leave the name of the company I use in the description below. I'll try to find it like later today, so just check it out in the description below. The thing you'll notice also is that yes, they will label your boxes. The thing is, they're just gonna put a number tag on it. They don't really care about what's inside and that. So when you pack your boxes, try to take a picture of every single box. Try to also like put a description of what's inside the box. And there was a bird. I was like, nature. So try to take a picture of every boxes that you have and what's inside the box, and try to put a description on your spreadsheet. That's what I did, and label every box by yourself. Yes, the company will do it, but like I said, they don't care. And when you pack your stuff, this is very important. Try to pack very securely all your belongings. Use your clothing to just make sure your dishes is more packed, like your towel for your TV. Use what you have already to pack your stuff much better, because you have to remember, your stuff will go from one place to the other, and it's a big country sometimes, and it's a big move. So you don't want to open your boxes and be like, oh, it doesn't work anymore, or it's broken. So maybe another tip I can share with you today is, when you plan this type of move, visit that location, that city, that country, and more with like I'm gonna live there mind, not like as a tourist mind. Because the problem is, if you go there and you visit all the tourist attraction, you're like, oh, that's a great city, but is it like a city that you want to live in? Because let's be honest, when you live in your own city, you don't do those touristy stuff. Sadly, I always said to people when I was in Montreal, like, I always do my touristy stuff when I'm traveling or when I get like some travelers from outside the city. So of course, when you do that kind of move, you always live like thinking about like, did I make the right decision, or is there any good or bad thing about this kind of move, or what do I think about Vancouver, living in Vancouver for 2 years? And here's my good part and probably my not favorite one. So let's start about what at least appreciate about Vancouver or this move or disappointment or whatever. First of all, you have to remember Vancouver is a very expensive city. Very expensive, the rent is expensive, the gas is expensive. But the thing is, if you compare every expenses to like what I was at Montreal, we pay less tax here or whatever. So at the end, yes, it's still more expensive, but you cannot just compare rent to rent or whatever like that, because it's the whole picture and it's slightly a little bit more expensive, yes. Secondly, also, there's a reason why we call Vancouver Raincouver. Yes, today it's a beautiful day, as you can probably see. Blue sky, not doing very well for my exposure. But the thing is, October, November, December sometimes, and in the winter, except this winter, it could be rainy. My first year, I had like, I think 28 days of rain nonstop. And when I say rain nonstop, it was like at least 40 millimeters or almost like 2 inches of rain every day. So that was a lot of rain. But the thing is, you have the other side, you have always the sunny side. Is summer in Vancouver is amazing, except the smoke. For the last 2 summers, we had a lot of fires in the forest around Vancouver, and not so great for the city and air quality. So yes, I should be worried this summer again because of that. Also, what I don't like, food. I would say like Vancouver's food is okay. If you like Asian food, you're like in heaven here. There's a lot of good Asian restaurant, but like the rest of the world is not really well represented in Vancouver for food. Oh, big bird, can you see it? So it's if you're looking for Mexican food, if you're looking for French food, there's some good decent restaurant here, but you're not gonna see them a lot. It's not like when you go in Montreal or Toronto or New York, you're gonna have like a lot of different like flavors in the same area. Here it's really like spotty. You really need to go in some kind of like situation in the right place. Now, time to get up the stairs. So I'm kind of doing this walk every morning when I can. And this is like kind of like if I don't go to the gym, I'm doing this walk because it's a half an hour walk. So it's kind of and it's a pretty nice walk. I feel like, you know, with this wonderful like scenery every morning. Probably gonna make you dizzy right now. And now we're on the bridge. So we're now on the Cambie Bridge. This is kind of like the last portion of my walk. We're over there. Those stairs are pretty interesting. It's a nice way to start your morning, sweaty and yep, and now totally in the shade with the trees in beautiful Yaletown, and I'm getting close to my office. So now let's continue this video in my office. So here I am at the office on this beautiful patio in Yaletown. So you can see Yaletown in the background. Sorry for the exposure. And you have BC Place over there. It's a beautiful sunny day in Vancouver. So let's talk a little bit like what's the good thing about Vancouver. First of all, it's a beautiful city. As you can see, it's a very beautiful city, especially when it's sunny like this. But it's a beautiful city and it's close to nature. So what I love is you can go to the water, as you saw with my walk, very, very closely. You can go to the mountain over there if you want to do skiing in the winter. very, very close. It's like a 15 minutes drive, walk, and you're there. So it's a very nice way to incorporate the city life and also like nature life at the same time. There's a lot of people running over there, like by the water. You got Stanley Park. You have so many big area that you can just go and chill, and that's a beautiful thing. Because of that first idea why I love Vancouver so much, like the nature, the second one is pretty related to, is also it's much a greener city. As a city, it's a very green city, mean environment friendly, but also like for fresh, organic food. So there's a lot of markets you're gonna see in the city. You get the farms not very far that I'll enjoy like for a long time. And because of the weather is nicer, also it's not too cold in the winter. Like the season, like for like vegetable start very early. Like the farms, I think in Richmond that we go usually start like beginning of April. So it's a very nice way to get like some very like delicious food and organic food very quickly. Also because of it's more like the nature friendly environment, green organic food. If you are vegan, vegetarian, I'm not, but Vancouver is an amazing city for that. You're going to have like all those cool vegetarian restaurants around the city. Very, very nice. Even like one of my favorite restaurant, it's a Mexican close to in East Van, close to my place, called Banditas. It's a vegetarian restaurant and it's pretty great. So you're gonna have a lot of those like cool restaurants if you are a vegetarian or vegan in Vancouver. Another aspect why I love Vancouver so much and why I don't regret my move is transportation and the commute. As you see, it's a beautiful city, but also it's a beautiful city designed in a very compact city. So you can walk very easily in that city, and you can commute with your translating with your SkyTrain, your bus. You can go even to North Vancouver with the Sea Bus. There's the water taxi in Falls Creek who can commute. And what I love so much is you can go from the airport to downtown in 25 minutes with the SkyTrain. And this is thank you for the Olympics in 2010 because they were able to build the SkyTrain line, the Canada line over there. So that's a great plus for Vancouver compared to other cities. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of nice to have you on my morning walk and to share some tips and tricks and my thoughts about my big move to Vancouver 2 years ago for this kind of interesting anniversary. I hope you enjoyed those tips. Let me know in the comment what you think, and did you have to go through that kind of like move in the past? Were you thinking about moving, maybe not to Vancouver, but maybe to a different city? And if you find those videos helpful and those tips, smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification every time there's a cool video like this one. And thank you for watching and have a great day, everybody.